You know, I'm basically done with Neo Scavenger, but there's one thing that I really didn't do that I really feel I should do. I have a gun. I never fired since I gun at anything, so you know what? We're gonna go kill some people. Maybe we'll find deer or something to kill. Wow, look at that. There's one right there. I can see what it is too, so deer. Alright, so something I know about deer here. Basically, I have to search for the area to find it. Though it ran away, so that helped. Or didn't help too much. Alright, so basically I have this gun here. Now, it's worth knowing that like guns here are like, they're really devastating weapons that you can basically use in combat. And I figure I should show it off, once or twice just to show what it's like. So, we have a deer here. I have a gun. Now, guns have really good range, and the rifle here, it should have a range of 20, so as you can see, I basically fire away. I can blast away, which basically launches a volley of range attacks to the target. Chance to hit the target 3 times, forcing them into take cover, blah, blah. But here's the thing about this, blast away thing. I don't have a whole lot of ammo with, the rifle, so it makes more sense basically to use, single shots. So I'm basically going to use a range attack, and I'm basically going to try and kill a deer with it. So we'll try this, and we'll show it off. Alright, so here we go. The player attacks the deer and hits. The player lacerates the deer's lower stomach and with a scoped .308 rifle with a the SP round. The deer is stunned and unable to move for a moment. The deer desperately tries to retreat from the player but can't get away. It is exposed for an easy attack for a moment, but is tripped and fell to the ground, must regain footing to continue. So right now it's trying to get away from me. What I'm going to do at this point, because I have access to it, I have a Sheba War Club. Let's just equip this, maybe take it on in melee perhaps. By the way, I can also rifle butt in the face if I want, or use the War Club. You want to be very careful with using your weapon to attack things, because this will actually degrade the weapon a lot, but let's try and run up with the War Club, since that's what the War Club's for. Alright, so it's still falling and bleeding. It's getting up. Oh wow! It tripped and fell to the ground again. So I actually have more chances to get really close. Getting back up. Now it's having a harder time trying to get away because, it can't really move as fast as possible, so we're just going to keep charging it, and if I want to, I could basically tackle it or I could lure it. Let's do a tackle target. Basically, when you tackle a target, you'll basically try and knock him down. So, whumph. The player tries to tackle a deer but misses. So, we'll have to basically get up. It's trying to do a desperate retreat because I was on the ground there, but I'll basically charge it again. I fell to the ground, so we'll have to get back up. It's trying to run away, but it's failing to. Wow, I am tripping like crazy here. This is annoying. Get back up. And now it's apparently trying to run because, it's I'm so close to it, it basically can't retreat very easily. Seriously, I fell down again? Alright, well, finally, I'm basically in range of this guy. So, with the War Club, let's just bash him in the face a little bit. So we'll do a melee attack with the club. Alright, so the player attacks the deer and hits. The player crushes the deer's upper left leg with the War Club. The deer is stunned and unable to move for a moment. The deer is in severe pain and having trouble concentrating. So yeah, basically it's the thing about these weapons I'm using, like the gun and the War Club. These are actually really good, powerful end-game weapons I'm using right now. The War Club's really good in melee, and the gun is really good at ranged. So basically, keep going after this guy. Let's try and do a leg trip to knock this guy down, maybe so he can't run away anymore. The player trips a deer. The deer needs a moment to recover before attacking again. It fell to the ground and must regain footing to continue. It tried to desperately escape again, but it fell on the way, so it won't matter. Let's do a melee attack. I hit. I pounded the lower stomach with the war club. It's coughing up blood, it's stunned, and I didn't move for a moment. I could tackle it again, but it's already fallen, so that wouldn't really be useful. So let's do a melee attack. The player attacks the deer and hits. The player demolishes the deer's lower left leg with the war club. The deer cannot run in combat, is exposed to an easy attack for a moment. The left leg becomes crippled. The deer is unconscious, it passes out from unbearable pain. So basically from all my doings here, I basically crushed this guy. I made him basically dead. We'll advance up to him. And if I want to, I kick it to death. Let's do that. Let's try kicking it to death. So boom, I kick it. The player kicks the deer layer while it's down. The lower chest is whipped. Zzz. Kick it again. Lower chest is whipped. The player demolishes the deer's head with a war club. Whoops, I accidentally hit it with the club. It has concussion, so it's disoriented, stunned, I'm going to move. Severe brain injury. So yeah, basically I crushed that guy right there. So that's a little bit about the weapons here I've been using, or haven't been using, so to speak. Alright, so that's basically done. Let's just, carve this guy up a new one. Deer. Deer. This is a nice free corpse to basically use. I'm not sure I care about the hide too much. It's not that worthwhile to me, but it's there. Let's put that up there. Basically, right now I want to make a fire, I think. So let's do that. A friction fire. I need this, and I need, the meats, basically make some meat. Something I've yet to really, show off a whole lot, but I have the ability to basically cure meat. So let's actually extinguish this fire a little bit. Then I'll basically, stoke it. Now I got all this ash. So basically with ash and, meat, you can basically make, cured meat. And cured meat, it basically lasts longer than, the regular meat that I basically usually cook. So I can do that once. There's some cured meat, and I'll basically just make a little bit of this meat to show it off a little bit. Apparently I'm struggling at this point because I'm carrying so much at this point, but whatever. I'm weary, that's fine. Basically with a fire, wood, trapping, meat, and ash, I'm able to cure meat. And let's just cook the rest of this meat a little bit, so to speak. So boom, boom, boom. That's all the meat. You notice, by the way, that the values for this stuff varies depending on what's basically been done to it. So this medium chunks of meat, those are a little bit less worthwhile compared to the other meat I basically have, the cured stuff. Different types of meat are better or worse depending on how you look at them. So we'll take this stuff. I've also got the deer hide here, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I could make more patchwork hide gloves with it if I want to, but I won't worry about that too much. Alright, let's start moving down toward the ATN Enclave. I might pick up a bow to show off that a little bit, so... And yeah, we're just going to abuse the system here a little bit. because I can. Pick it up, put it down. Alright, let's go browse the trading post here. And I'm basically going to sell off a little bit of stuff. So we'll sell off, like, the meat. And meat's a really good way of getting money, by the way. If you can, like, prepare meat near the ATN Enclave and come back and sell it, you'll basically get a whole lot of money for it. So this is one of, like, the easy way of getting a whole lot of money for this stuff. You know what? Let's sell the diamond fur coat, maybe, or no, we'll put it on. I might go hunting a little bit more. Ooh, there's a Travois in here. My favorite vehicle's right here. Boom. I got Travois. Hey, it's got a pistol in here too. So there's a Cathcart North Detective .38 revolver. And apparently it's got rounds in it. Why not? We'll pick that up. This is the episode where I go nuts shooting people with stuff. Let's you know what? Let's just sell this crowbar. Then I can put the bow on my, like, back strap here. I can buy some of these arrows. Show off the arrows a little bit and the gun. We'll put all this on here. Now, it's worth knowing, but I think that, it's possible to have, like, duffel bags on, like, this, like, this slot where it is right there. I'm not sure about that, but I saw someone in our episode have a whole lot more, like, inventory space than I do right now. Just to throw that out there. Let's drink a little bit of water here. I find it funny that these mushrooms are edible and, like, cost a whole lot more. Whatever, not gonna worry about it. I got myself a gun and a bow. Should be fun. Ho ho ho. Oops. I did that wrong. There's no strap for this, apparently. That's a bit of a nuisance. I'll have to make one. Small animal hides. So apparently there's other animal hides in here of note. Whatever. Boo. I don't know. Let's put maybe, let's get a smoke stick just for the hell of it, maybe. We'll get that. And we will leave. And I start down here in the south because that always happens when you, like, you're basically leaving here for some reason, for whatever reason. Alright, let's go here. I actually want to, go in here with the gun, and we'll basically put a strap on so I can basically, okay, how do I put the strap on? I need mechanical parts, I guess. I don't have mechanical parts, so I have to go find some of those. I'm doing this wrong. I'm trying to scavenge. I'm doing the wrong thing for scavenging. Scavenge destruction forest, botany, lights, boom. Yum. Put those there for later. Put those there for later. Yum. 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 Why not? We'll do this again. Just water that time. Not gonna worry about water. By the way, that guy's got a war club. You'll notice that, like, the ATN Enclave, they usually have war clubs on them. Let's scavenge here for a little bit of stuff. Lock storage shed. I don't have that crowbar anymore, so I can't, get past the lock. Unfortunately. That's one bad thing about, leaving my crowbar. I can't, like, get past locks as easily. Ooh, a tunnel people. The second house collapsed in many years since people flocking to flood tunnels for shelter. Record numbers of beleaguered mortgagers are seeking shelter anywhere they can find it. Many are turning to ad hoc communities centered around abandoned infrastructure, including flood tunnels, metro stations, and transfer stations. Well, interesting. And let's just stop scavenging. And I'm going to go... Where do I want to go, actually? Maybe I want to go north. There's some ATM warriors walking around. There's analyzed water. Don't care about that. But that's all that's there. Reveal self. And let's just say hello. She seems to be gauging the surroundings for a moment, but then she turns to you, satisfied there's no danger near. "And I, stranger, how are your travels?" "Psh, easy," you joke. "I wish there were some real challenge out here." "You're funny," she smiles, just enough to show she appreciates your levity. "It's a shame there aren't more out there preferring to talk instead of fight. So thanks for that," she says, turning back to the horizon. Well, there's a woman there, apparently. Let's go out here. Let's go to here maybe to find some abandoned parts and stuff. There's a storage shed. That might have some stuff in it. Nothing in there. Hey, I found something. Something fishy. Officials are investigating what may have killed 100,000 fish in the Arkansas River because, you know, stuff's happening. You sunk my battleship. Don't care about that. Let's go here and scavenge. And I can't see because, you know, stuff. But I have a smudge stick. Smudge stick plus lighter equals smudge stick lit. So there's a Gizhick smudge stick lit. And I can put this, like, you know, wherever I need it. Like in my hand. Now let's do this. There, I put all that stuff in there, so it's basically in here now. That's fine there. We'll put this right here. Okay, I can't put this in here because the gun's a little bit too long for the Travois. I was afraid that might happen. Oh well. Let's go up in this direction. Alright, I was hoping the smudge stick would act like a torch to let me, you know, run around a little bit easier, but... apparently the smudge stick isn't all that great, so, oh well. Well, I'm kind of weary from all my travels, so maybe I'll just go to sleep at this point. That might be the best idea to do right now. Why have I... oh, handful of string. That's probably like the smudge stick falling apart. Let's put this right here. And when I get the chance, I'm probably going to, you know, go scavenging for mechanical parts again. Alright, let's put this down for a night. Apparently I get better shelter from this one, so we'll go here. By the way, notice how like this like forest has like different sizes. You'll find like, you know, sometimes like this is like happening forest will have like, you know, there's a dense thicket of trees, there's like, you know, the woods, stuff like that happening. Oh, I got thirsty. Let's take this out so I don't lose it. And I'm just going to drink a little bit of water. We'll drink this stuff. We'll eat some of this stuff for, you know, breakfast. There we go. Let's get going. Looks Looks promising. Let's go here. So, storage shed. I found some more arrows. We can put those right there. There's a cell phone that's off. Another piece of tarp and our other stuff in here. Don't really care about it. There's my mechanical parts. And hungry like a wolf. Don't care about those. I got no turns to crash, so and turn. Mechanical parts. This thing. That, not that. That. And string. There we go. Add a strap. Now I can put that right there. So apparently that fatigues me faster putting that on my back, but whatever. That's just whatever. Now I got the bow equipped, so I can make use of distant melee, or not melee, ranged. Put those there. Don't want to leave the rifle bullets, rifle rounds behind, so we'll have those available. Let's go hunting. Maybe we'll find some wolfmen to fight. Thirsty, I've got to fix that, so we'll do that. And I'll leave that there for now. No wolfmen or anything in sight just yet. So I'm actually a little bit to like the east of Camp Grayling. Maybe we'll go in this direction a little bit. Thirsty, because you know why. I like to get thirsty in this character. Okay, let's go here. I'm going to try and scavenge a little bit of like the woods for, stuff. Put that there. Then we'll go here. I'll make me a campfire. Eventually. Confirm. Confirm that again. Get a little bit of water. Put all this like unsterilized water over here. With you. And boom, 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 boom. Lots of sterilized water. It's all sterilized. Put some in there. There we go. Apparently I'm getting tired. Well, we'll have to go to sleep here, I guess. Wouldn't it suck if, like, I'm like hunting a dogman or something and it pops out right when I'm sleeping like this? That might actually happen again. I'm not sure it'd be a bad thing because I'm pretty well armed, so I could actually fight it, but if it got up nice and close and personal, I'd be dead. So, just to throw that out there. Let's go this way. I see tracks of some sort over there. Deer. I see deer tracks. Oh, I found a deer, I think. Search. Unconscious, fallen, and vulnerable. It does not yet see me. Let's drop the vehicle. Sneak. 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 I'm not sure if this guy is like, just, asleep or if he's like injured. It just says unconscious, fallen, and vulnerable. It doesn't say he's bleeding or, has broken stuff or anything. So I'm going to sneak toward the deer and then we'll blast it away with an arrow or something. Yeah, I woke up. Look at that. Alright, let's charge. And I'm in range to basically do my ranged attack. So here's like something about like the bow. Basically, like, works much like the same as like, the gun, basically. So we'll fire this. I missed him, so I'll have to, come after him again. He got away. He's around. Hey, I found him again. But it's really, really far. He fell back one. Now he got away. I want to engage up close. Alright, it's unconscious and fallen yet again. That's cool. Sneak toward. It had trouble falling asleep. This bass is trying to, sleep away, but I'm not letting him. Alright, let's try hanging him. Alright, so the player tries to attack the deer but misses. So this is something I know. If I was like, a ranged like character, I think I actually have a little bit better chance of like fighting. Because basically I'll be able to hit him like in fighter range, and I might have like more damaging or more accuracy at range too. Yep, I missed twice. So that's basically like the sweet spot. I can only attack like, up between 15 range here. So boom. I tried to attack, I missed. I tried to attack yet again, but I missed. Alright, well, I'll note by the way that these arrows, by the way, they aren't, too cheap, but whatever. Just access inventory, just change attack modes, blah blah, but we're going to basically put this right there. Okay, let's fire again. Range attack, go! Pow! The player lacerates the deer's upper right arm with the Ashio bow crew broadhead, so there's some damage done to the bastard. And I tried to attack again, but I missed. We'll try a piercing or crude arrow. Now, note by the way that broadheads and like piercing arrows and all that. This basically takes into factor different types of like armor that they're basically attacking. Armor targets will basically have like much better chance of being like pierced with like piercing attacks. But if you're like using a broadhead or like normal like what do you call it? Those types of rounds that do a lot of damage like on like flesh and stuff like that. You'll basically have like high damage weapons or for like skin and like high damage weapons for armor, and basically if you use the proper stuff for like the different types. I'm actually getting really tired of running after this deer all the time, but whatever. It fell down to the ground. Hit it. Boom. I hit. I slashed the lower stomach with the crew broadhead. So that's hurt a lot. We'll fire again. And I missed again. But whatever. I basically have shown off, enough of this bow, basically. That's basically how it sort of works. It's much like the rifle. We'll Leave that on. I want to take this, put that right there. Can I not, replace my weapon? There we go. Leave that with the voice for now. And I'm basically just going to charge. And we're just going to finish it off. Range attack, go! Alright, so there we go. The player wailed on the deer's lower stomach with a scoped .308 rifle SP. And basically, attack. So basically I removed the... Oh, look at that. It actually removed the barbed object from its wound. The lower stomach is cut. They're taking a whole lot of damage from, what I'm basically doing to them at this point. The deer. And you know what I feel like doing? We're actually going to take this off. I'm actually going to put the gun here. So let's go use the gun to try and finish this guy up. So we'll get a little bit closer. And, I'm now in range to basically fire like the revolver. So, boom, range attack. And I missed. I missed again. I missed again. Yeah, this is the one bad thing about, being not really specific for range. You're not too accurate. I missed probably. Alright, there we go. It basically fell unconscious because, it's blacking out from exhaustion. It can't keep running from me, this deer, so basically it's, done. There's the revolver, the bow, the gun basically used a little bit. That's what I felt like I needed to do, and I didn't really do it in the past episodes, so now it's done. Burris is going to charge after his buy now. Actually, you know what I should do? I'll show you this rifle butting people in the face, because I feel like doing that. No, we're not going to do the range attack. We're going to switch this up with the rifle butt. Alright, let's do the melee attack. So, basically attack and a hit with the left lower arm of the rifle butt. Oh wow, it's actually getting back up. So the deer actually woke up from exhaustion. So the player smacked the left leg of the rifle butt. It's unconscious, fell to the ground again. So yeah, it's taking another beating, but it's done. And I whipped the lower chest of the rifle butt. And there we go. I demolished the lower chest of the rifle butt. And that just basically finished it off. That is one beat up deer. And as you can see, that drained my rifle a little bit using it like that. So you don't want to use up your stuff like that. Put that there. Notice that the corpse has no value. By the way, notice I have an arrow here. Basically, if you're lucky in a fight, you can actually sort of recover arrows from a fight. It's not usually common with non-ranged characters, but you can with sometimes recover your stuff. Alright, well there we go. I caught the deer. I killed the deer. I'll basically cut up the deer. There we go. I'll cut up all that lovely, lovely meat. And you know what? That's really all I wanted to show off. I just want to show off a little bit of different weapons just to sort of finish off this game with. There is some other stuff I could have shown you, but that's really what I figured I should show you off a little bit more of the different weapons I hadn't used just yet. But whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm more or less done with this game. I don't plan to keep playing it at this point. This really is the done point for it. So that was Neo Scavenger. Take care.